Eso es muy distinto, nunca se va a poder dar esa pelea.
Nada más se puede, pero si él viene para 168, tal vez.
Sí, pero no creo que lo haga.
Pues sí, lo importante es ganar, vernos bien. Estamos trabajando muy fuerte, creo que tenemos que ganar la pelea.
Drop, or he feels it enough to be like, fuck this, I'm boxing. And goes on the bicycle and turns southpaw for the rest of the night. And I wouldn't blame him either. Fuck it, you're gonna go in there and collect a fucking paycheck at that point.
Right.
You're not gonna go get hurt.
Right.
What good is it to get fucking 20, 30 million if you are fucking hurt physically, end up in the hospital and hurt just physically, life-changing, you don't want that shit.
But you think Canelo could hurt him? It could be life-changing?
Good, he's that big, fool. One punch could fucking knock him out bad enough to hurt his eye socket or detach retina. You never fucking know.
Right.
Crawford quickly turned into one of the 10 cease fights ever. Things became tense in just a few moments. Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford were supposed to have a routine press meeting. This time Canelo was not the reason for the trouble. The situation collapsed when Canelo manager Eddie Reynoso lost his temper and sent a serious warning to Crawford. Reynoso told him, "You will feel bad about what you did." His words were not only simple trash talk but carried deeper meaning. For Canelo, this fight was linked with respect, honor, and the future of his entire career. What made the moment more striking was that Crawford stayed completely calm and did not react. This silence from Crawford made it seem as if Eddie Reynoso had confirmed his own guess that Crawford believed he already knew the way to defeat Canelo and leave a mark in boxing history.
Gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
know
see.
it.
We'll see.
We're gonna
son.
see.
Here the matter becomes far more exciting and lively. It was not only a battle of statements, but a clear conflict between two different ways of thinking. Both Canelo and Eddie Reynoso are determined to protect their respect and public image at every cost. Terence Crawford strongly believes that his sharp mind and ruthless winning attitude will remove the gap created by body size and strength.
He's a good fighter, but this is just different. You know,
I'm a great fighter.
You see what happened when a good fighter jump up and his opponent is great fighter. So you're gonna find out.
So that means you're a good fighter, and Bivol is a great fighter. Is you a good fighter or a great fighter? Let me know.
I'm a great fighter.
So you got your ass whooped by a good fighter, right?
You're a good fighter.
Well, every time you stepped up, you lost. Great fighter.
I'm not.
Fans hold mixed opinions about the strength of Bud Alvarez. Some believe his power will shock Canelo, and others warn that at 168 strength and size win. The bigger boxing camp views this fight as even they feel anything can unfold in the ring. This uncertainty makes the contest highly valuable and risky.
A lot of people that say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Alvarez fighting Amir Khan. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing.
A lot.
Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Alvarez will take any punch from Crawford, but I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo. Remember, Canelo got hit by Triple G, the heaviest hitter in that division. And Canelo took those shots like a champ. I don't think Crawford has anything to beat Canelo.
The idea of what people call the fight of the decade could have changed after that press event. Now we explain the full scene in a fresh way. The meeting started in a simple manner and no one expected drama. Terence Crawford was speaking with his usual confidence, and he told the crowd that he understood the method to defeat Canelo Alvarez. He looked relaxed and nearly quiet in his style. Crawford said he had studied Canelo for a long time and kept his voice steady near the microphone. He announced that the winning strategy was already clear in his mind and in his hands. Crawford also claimed that he knew how to beat his rival again, and that he had faced this challenge before and already proved it in the ring.
Got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, the boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo though?
It's a tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Crawford spoke in the normal meaning of the term, staying calm and showing clear confidence. Reporters moved nearer, and the audience kept talking in low voices while people waited for a response from Eddie Reynoso. Reynoso suddenly struck the table with his palm and challenged him, asking if he believed the bout was simple. He answered that Canelo was not another welterweight rival that Crawford had defeated before, and reminded everyone that the contest would happen at 168 pounds, where power and size rule. Reynoso warned Crawford that stepping into that ring would bring regret, and that he would feel bad for trying to damage the image of a proven champion. He added that Crawford was wrong to think he could enter the event and make Canelo appear weak in front of his own team. The room turned loud and tense, yet the media had already shaped bold headlines within seconds.
Undisputed at 154, and Canelo hit him, and Jamel was like, hell no, Jamel took a knee. You know, so it's a big difference. And Crawford had that one fight at 154, and he didn't, Madrimov would touch him up a little bit. And this is nowhere close to Madrimov. You talk about Canelo. Now, if it was just another bigger guy, I would go with Crawford. But you talk about this might be, people might kill me for it, but well, not really, but this might be the best Mexican fighter ever. One of them, at least, right? You talk about Canelo and Crawford going up against him. So the only thing they have, but I would say the only thing he has going for him is he's a skillful fighter, and Canelo is older, but so is Crawford too. I think Crawford is 37, 38, something like that. Canelo 36. So they both are older right now. But man, I don't personally see it. A lot of people see that Crawford can beat Canelo. It's just like that punch resistance is something else. They make weight classes for a reason. If he could beat him, man, I think he on the Mount Rushmore of fighters if Crawford can pull this off. But I don't see it.
Why did Reynoso turn upset? Simple, he thinks of more than just business in this fight. It feels personal, close, deep.
Reynoso to his son and current head trainer Eddie. This collaboration transcends more typical trainer-boxer bonds. Their family.
Me conoce desde que tengo 13 años. Como un hermano, la verdad es que es como familia para mí. Pues prácticamente llegué al gimnasio sabiendo muy poco y Eddie me hizo todo lo que soy. Y Eddie sabe lo que puedo hacer, me manda a hacer lo que sé hacer y sabe que si me manda a hacer algo lo voy a hacer perfectamente. A lo mejor no en ese rato, pero ya lo traigo en la cabeza y en el momento que lo necesite lo voy a hacer. Eso, sí, yo. Tengo un equipo muy bueno y me mantienen tranquilo. Eso. Hemos tenido muchos campamentos, hemos estado mucho tiempo juntos. Prácticamente la he pasado más tiempo con ellos que con mi familia quizás.
Both Reynoso and Canelo have stood side by side since their teenage years. Eddie watched him rise from a talented fighter in Mexico to a global name in sport and one of the most recognized figures alive today. Each harsh remark made about Canelo and every claim that Terence Crawford can defeat him feels like a direct attack on Eddie himself. The bond between the boxer and his trainer is long and strong, and that connection makes outside criticism cut even harder. Eddie sees those comments as attempts to question the journey they built together and the success they earned through years of work.
Eddie de Munguía, pues obviamente con Munguía estamos al 100%, ¿no? Él lo sabe. Solamente él sabe lo que pasó. No, al final de cuentas sabe lo que pasó. Obviamente la gente le tira a Eddie que porque Eddie no le lleva su suplementación, Eddie no le lleva sus cosas, lo que tiene que comer, ni mucho menos para que entiendan. Eddie nomás lo entrena y punto. ¿Cuál fue hace tiempo yo le dije a Eddie, tú tienes, el día que vayas a agarrar un peleador, ¿qué es lo que tienes que hacer? Agarrarlo desde todo. Tú tienes que darle de comer, suplementación y todo. ¿Para qué? Para que no te pasen esas cosas, que ya han pasado. Y lo que sí tengan bien claro es que nosotros creemos en Munguía, que seguramente lo va a aclarar pronto. Y lo que quiero que tengan bien claro es que Eddie Reynoso no le da su suplementación. Eddie Reynoso nomás se dedica a entrenar. Párenle de contar.
Boxing trainers are not limited to standing in a corner, and their duty covers teaching guarding and caring for fighters like a father figure. Crawford's words sounded disrespectful because they suggested he could tear apart the success that Reynoso and Canelo earned through many seasons of hard effort. Some people believed the outburst from Eddie came from real emotion, and others felt it might have been shaped for media attention. The main problem was to decide if this reaction was part of a strategy or only sudden anger from a loyal coach who felt protective about his champion. Fight promotions always include press meetings, and these events work as another round in the contest before the bell rings. Public appearances build pressure, and they can influence how fans see the battle of skills and reputation. In modern boxing, the war outside the ring is almost as important as the punches thrown inside it.
He's able to be aggressive, not be affected by Bud's punches, and just keep, attacking and imposing that will on him. And then Bud being the dog that he is, and, just saying, you know what, I'm going to go. I'm letting loose. Yeah. I think that can change the effect on Bud, and I think that will be the way that Alvarez can win that fight.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so what do you think? Obviously, if Bud remains slick, what outside of that could cause Canelo to lose?
People often say Canelo stays calm under pressure, and Crawford is famous for keeping his composure. But when Reynoso stepped in, the mood shifted completely. Suddenly, it wasn't just a fight between two boxers. It became a battle of wits with a trainer challenging a fighter, turning the press event into a high-stakes mental game.
Tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life, and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Reynoso warned Crawford that he would regret stepping into the ring, but it was more than just a threat. His words were meant to plant doubt, make Crawford pause, and remind him that this isn't Errol Spence or Sean Porter he's facing. Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds is a powerhouse. The twist came in Crawford's reaction. He didn't flinch or smile. He leaned back, nodded, and that calm confidence told everyone he was already thinking 10 moves ahead. Reynoso's warning highlighted the real challenge. This fight isn't at welterweight or junior middleweight. It's at 168 pounds, super middleweight, where Canelo has thrived for years.
Expectations for what the next couple of months are going to hold for both guys?
This is going to be super interesting for Canelo especially. Everyone's focusing on Terence Crawford because he's a smaller guy. How much weight is he going to put on, et cetera, et cetera. No rehydration clause in this fight. Meaning, like when Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo's the bigger guy, he put a rehydration clause in, because Floyd was the money guy. If Canelo wanted the payday, he had to acquiesce and give Floyd what he wanted. Canelo's the money guy. Terence Crawford can't go in there and say, hey, I want a rehydration clause. Not that he even would, right? So everyone's looking at Crawford. How big is he going to be? But I'm looking at Canelo. What Canelo comes into this fight? The older Canelo, meaning the younger Canelo, the older guy, the old, long time ago Canelo, who was a really well-rounded counterpuncher, who could do everything, or this more recent Canelo, who just hunts guys down and has become more one-dimensional.
Looking at Crawford, the situation is very different. He naturally fights at middleweight. Beyond winning titles at 147 pounds, he has also fought at 140 on a good night, but usually weighs around 150. With extra effort, He might be slightly heavier, yet he is still 15 to 20 pounds lighter than Canelo. Those pounds make a real difference. Weight isn't just a number on a scale. It adds power to every jab, hook, and body shot that can hurt the ribs. That's why Reynoso studied him so closely. He was sending a clear message. This isn't like fighting Sean Porter or Errol Spence. Canelo is a big middleweight who has faced fighters with even more power, including light heavyweights like Sergey Kovalev and Dmitry Bivol.
Doctor News. Hold on to your gloves, fight fans. The boxing world is buzzing about the upcoming Canelo versus Crawford showdown. Trainer Bob Santos is placing his bets on Canelo Alvarez, and here's why. It's all about size and power, folks. Canelo's been crushing it at super middleweight, while Crawford is making a massive leap up. Santos thinks Canelo's experience at 168 pounds will be too much for Crawford to handle. But don't count Crawford out just yet. He's undefeated for a reason. Will Canelo's strength prevail, or can Crawford's skills overcome the size difference? This fight's got everyone talking, and it's anyone's game. Who are you rooting for in this epic clash? Drop your predictions in the comments.
There are challenges beyond just Canelo's power. Endurance matters too. Crawford has beaten top welterweights, but can his punches really stop a fighter who keeps coming forward after taking hits from 175-pound opponents? Reynoso wants everyone to focus on the size difference before the first bell even rings. Creating doubt in Crawford's mind is part of the strategy. Even though he may be the underdog, Crawford is the crowd favorite going into this fight, which makes it even more tense, especially for Reynoso. This point is often overlooked. It's not just about Canelo, it's about Eddie Reynoso too. Trainers don't throw punches in the ring, but they are responsible for their fighter's career and reputation. Think of Pacquiao and Freddie Roach, Tyson and Cus D'Amato, Ali and Angelo Dundee. Reynoso's fame is tied to Canelo's success. So when Crawford disrespects Canelo, it reflects on Reynoso as well. That's why he reacted publicly. This is Reynoso's fight as much as it is Canelo's. Unsurprisingly, the boxing world erupted after the press conference. Fernando Vargas supported Crawford but admitted Canelo's strength is unreal. Even with Reynoso's warnings, the real test comes when the bell rings.
Crawford coming up September. What do you think about that fight?
Canelo Crawford. Good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Antonio Tarver agreed with Reynoso that caution is important, but Andre Ward didn't see Reynoso's outburst as a sign of weakness. Trainers often react strongly because of the pressure they're under. Crawford isn't going to back down from his aggressive mindset. Sean Porter, who knows Crawford well, was also honest. Both Canelo and Crawford are fierce competitors.
They say like, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later. And he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So
boxing is divided again. And the big question is whether anything inside the ring will actually change. For Canelo, knowing his trainer has his back and is ready to defend him could give a mental boost even before the fight starts. He thrives on being challenged and told he can't do something, which fuels his energy. Crawford, on the other hand, is confident he already knows how to beat Canelo. He's said it many times. He doesn't need a knockout, like Bivol or Mayweather showed. He can win by controlling 12 rounds. Reynoso's warnings won't shake that confidence. What makes this fight so exciting is the uncertainty. Even after the intense press conference, some focus on Canelo's size, others on Crawford's intelligence, and many see it as a true 50-50. The fight is about to begin.
Don't gotta knock him out to beat him. You know, he's never been knocked out before, but he lost fights before. You know, so everybody, you know, that's coming in thinking that I need a knockout to beat Canelo Alvarez is wrong. And that's not the approach that, you know, we take in this fight. If the knockout comes, then it comes. But we're not going in there to knock him out. We're not looking for the knockout.
Terrence, you have said if you win, you feel you're on the Mount Rushmore.
When I win. I didn't say if I win.
Okay.
Said when I win.
When you win. Well, with that, you know, what is Terence Crawford's legacy with a win over Canelo?
Listen, I already said it. I'm on that.
People like Edra Berlanga made it clear that anything can happen. Canelo has the strength advantage, while Crawford brings an extremely high boxing IQ. That makes the fight feel even, totally balanced. That's why moments like Reynoso losing his cool matter so much. In such a close matchup, every bit of mental strategy and psychological pressure could tip the scales.
Fred, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring. I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that favor Canelo is that, is his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better, you know what I'm saying? But Crawford is a legend, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can't.
So, who really has the edge now? Was Reynoso right to warn Crawford about facing a strong and powerful Canelo, or was Crawford's calm smile the real answer, showing he's ready to surprise everyone and already thinking 3 moves ahead? Share your thoughts in the comments below to stay updated on the latest fight news. I'll see you in the next one.